Blessfm, no cigarette smoking in my room. Yeah, I still want Marley. Blessfm radio, play good tunes.
Say thank you, thank you, thank you, 'cause I'm so grateful, oh grateful, I'm so grateful. So I wanna say thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Now thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. I wanna say thank you. Thank you. I wanna say thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I wanna say thank you. Say thank you. 'Cause I'm so grateful. So grateful. So grateful. So grateful. So grateful. So grateful. I'm so grateful. So grateful. I wanna say thank you. Wanna say thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I wanna say thank you. Say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 'Cause I'm so grateful. Yes, I'm so grateful. Grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I wanna just say thank you now. Just thank you now. 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 Each and every day I'm gonna say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the...
That's what I say.
Okay then. Okay. want to give thanks and praise to the Most High.
And all you do is a blessing.
Give thanks and praise to the Most High. Give thanks for life. Give thanks for Blessradio. So I want to give thanks. Again, welcome to each one today, Jam Master Show. So I hope everybody's in good health, physically, mentally, and spiritually as I speak. We're going to have a fantastic time.
You are the hands, voice of spirit on earth, and who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit, and who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and who we are, and all we do is a blessing to the. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and who we are, and all we do is a blessing to the world.
Is that mic working?
The heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth, and who I am, and all I do is a blessing to the world. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth, and who I am, and all I do is a blessing to the world. I'm a blessing to the world. I'm a blessing to the. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the heart, I am the hands. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the heart, you are the hands. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the heart, we are the hands. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the heart, I am the hands. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the heart.
So what about the chorus mic? Do they work? This switched on, this ain't switched on, is it? Is this on? It's not on, is it on? Check, 1, 2. Well, welcome to Blessradio.
What do I want? Desire. What will bring me to my highest good? What do I want? What do I desire? flows through me.
What about this one?
I feel joy.
Is that on? Is that one on? Check on, check.
I deserve it. I claim it. It is mine. I can have it. I deserve it.
1 2 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Fills my heart. I surrender everything.
1 2 1 2.
Health is my birthright.
Check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Help me sing. I can have it. I deserve it. I claim
Greetings, 1 2 1
it.
2
It is mine. I can have it.
1 2.
I am it.
So I want to give thanks and praise to the Most High. Give thanks for Blessradio. Welcome to the Jam Master Show. And we're gonna have a fantastic show. And everybody just to log in and just have a great time.
I accept what is mine. I can have what I want. And let spirit direct the flow. Life is good. Life is fun. Life is great. The song is done. I am healed, whole and healthy. I relax and visualize. I am healed, whole and healthy. I am well. I am well. I am healed, whole and healthy. I relax and visualize.
Yeah, both of them,
I am healed, whole and healthy. I am well. I am well. I am healed, whole and healthy. I accept and I receive. I am healed, whole and healthy. I am well. I am well. I am well. I am healed, whole and healthy. Angels are watching over me. I am healed, whole.
Pressures of your life and it up. No stay down, mama, time pick it up. No matter with the down, full style, strictly up, full vibes. I pick it up when the bills, them, the rent and the mortgage due. Yeah. When me chalice, when your best friends are gone and it's only you. Yeah. Like up a split, turn up the music. Skanking sweet. Everybody wanna feel like free. Forget your troubles and the rock with me. You know feel a reggae music sweet, yeah. Skanking sweet. Everybody wanna feel like free. Forget your troubles and the rock with me. You know feel a reggae music sweet, yeah. Skanking sweet. For every pain there's a melody, yeah. For every trouble there's a harmony that brings everything
Greetings
together.
to ones and ones. Give thanks and praise.
Together. And who's the life no order? And every man got their struggle. I beg you to help me, Lord, and let me overcome my struggles. Skanking sweet, everybody wanna feel like free.
calm the speaker. This mic here earlier on. Watch the correct. I was hearing this earlier on. So, was that right? Look. You see that? See that? Yeah, somebody keeps on fasting with the picture. That's what I'm saying. One, two. Yes, greeting. Ones and ones. Give thanks and praise. Welcome to the John Master Show. So we just queue up ourselves at the moment. We will be getting some serious reasoning. We do have a brother who will be joining us very shortly. Dave Murphy, as you know, the urine therapist, and we'll be talking about health. So we lock into the big one, the Jam Master Show. So just relax and take things easy.
Ethiopia stretched forth her hands and gave us the Redeemer of all man, defender of the faith, and Ethiopian is the captain, the chief field marshal sergeant. Bowing at his feet, 72 nation, Ras Makonnen was crowned conquering lion. Above and I, father of Africans, with Empress men and I stand at his right hand. Meanwhile, in a Jamaica land, one heap of trial and tribulation. Chastisement was upon all African. Buster man, this kill all Rasta man. What kind of Selassie that to know a call pan? Trim them and bring the whole of them a station. Never in the name of my king of kings. When I ever live to see the Rasta man redemption, but when the 2-6 clash, that's when the plane land. King of all kings touched down in Kingston. Would you believe? So said, so done. Buster man to blind, couldn't see when the king come. Some of them deaf and see some of them dumb when they rise up against a Selassie kingdom. You politician with your evil agenda, anyhow you this, just remember I tell you, blessed is the man, blessed is Selassie. Remember I tell you, blessed is the man, blessed is Selassie. Them say blessed is the man that walketh not in at the council of the vagabond them. Selassie say fi dash it, put the fire upon them. Lava splash, lightning flash, thunder crash upon them. Queen Elizabeth and them a plan it from when I say Jamaica prison we a drop it upon them. Coffee with prison yard man a pocket from when. Tell Cameron say that is not a problem. Pope Francis and all them Vatican friend. I spot with two of us, I put the track in upon them. I check with schedule and them a map it from when. Through the power of the Trinity we slap it upon them. Selassie I a God and we are God's children. Eventually we grow to be God still. Then we
Find Your Voice in association with the Family Support Group presents the truth about prostate cancer, diabetes and education. 1 in 4 black men will develop prostate cancer. 1 in 2 black African and Caribbean people will develop diabetes. Also we'll be looking at the importance and the future of education. This event is not to be missed. The venue, St. Anne's Library, which is on Sisbury Road, Tottenham, London, N15 5EU. Date, Sunday, 15th of July. Time, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. This is a free event. For more information, contact Brother Dougie on 0788 240 3871. I repeat, 0788 240 3871. Pay nothing while you're studying. A university degree can change your life.
This event
Will be presented by Sister Juliet Lopez, who specializes in education, PR, marketing. Venue, St. Anne's Library, which is on Sisbury Road, Tottenham, N15 5PU. Date, Sunday, the 15th of July, 2018. Time, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. For more information, contact Brother Dougie on 0788 240 3871. I repeat, 0788 240 3871. This is a free event not to be missed. The importance of education. We are looking for leaders.
The strength for woman, divine feminine, that a the vibe where she bring. When sick meta sing, she destroy everything, yet still in a the womb. Life is within, she had the melanin absorbing light in my skin. Highly Selassie slew Goliath with the sling. Mussolini foot get tied up with the string. Them sitting you require me fi sing. Now follow all them evil agenda. Beg you no remember I
Yes, again, welcome to the Jam Master Show, and just let people know that on the 15th of July, presenting the truth about prostate cancer, diabetes, and education. As you know that 1 out of every 4 black men have prostate cancer, and 1 out of every 2 African, Caribbean, Asian have diabetes. So where's a problem, there's a solution. I do believe that. So on the 15th, we look to tackle this, ask question, at the same time see how we're going to reverse the whole process, the whole thing about prostate and diabetes. And also we're talking about the importance of education and discussing the future of education. See, so right now we're looking for leaders in our community, and I'm presented by Juliet Lopez, who will be doing the presenting on that particular area. And she phoned in last week talking about education, but you might have seen on Sky TV and in the newspaper where she's got some challenges with the school and the whole thing about racism and etc., where they literally wrote on the back of a child. I think it's a tradition they do at the last, when they're leaving the school, that they write on the back of it. And what they wrote on the back of her child T-shirt wasn't pleasant, and she rightly was very upset, and she couldn't take them to task. If we have time, if we get hold of her, we will probably ask her to phone in and get up to date what's happening with that. See? So that. And don't forget, Jammers is doing the language classes. No, sorry, the communication classes. It's every Saturday, Jammers, yes?
No, the communications every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday. I thought what happened to Saturday?
Saturday's a Saturday school.
Oh, Saturday, the Saturday school, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Western Culture Centre.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Just want to play, and we've got a big launch. I just want to play this first.
Yeah,
before,
play the big launch, because that's very important that people get to know about the launch was taking place on the 8th of July.
Big lunch pre-launch outing in the park at White Hart Lane Recreation Ground, Sunday the 8th of July 2018 from 12 midday to 6 p.m. Connecting families and residents and the community, supporting core stability. Bring your food and join in our family fun day out with treasure hunt, general knowledge, quiz games, picnics and more. Your park is your community centre, connecting groups from all walks of life, encouraging health, leisure, recreation, conversation. Take pride in your park, working together to build a better community. Volunteer to help on the day or participate by bringing your food, socialising and joining in the fun. For further information, contact Active Futures. Ring Anne on 07984 984 861. Brother Dougie on 07882 403 871 or Jammers on 07931 417 553. Supporting core stability.
Yes, and that's the big lunch. Stay tuned to this station and also keep informed by Brother Dougie. Big event taking place. Make sure you come down there with your family to celebrate coming together, the community, core stability. Looking forward to that event.
Yes, definitely. And just to let people know, it's a fun day. So bring your family. And also they could bring their pre-lunch as well.
That's right. You bring your lunch down there.
Picnic.
That's what it's all about. You bring your lunch down there. Also, there's going to be games, quizzes, general knowledge, treasure hunt, karaoke, much more as well. You know.
Yeah, much more. And there'll be fun games, and so the objective really is just to come as a family, and obviously we'll be looking to use it as a pre-launch to plan some big events. What we're looking to do as well. That'll be sometime in August, and it's really a family day, and to have fun. Absolutely, yeah. And what's the time again? Just to let people know, the time is from 12?
From 12 till 6.
12 to 6.
Yeah, 12 till 6. That's White Hart Lane Recreation Grounds.
Okay. Well, we'll definitely give more information over the weeks coming by, just to make sure people know about it. But again, the objective is to free people come out with their family and have fun. Have a chill out day. So what we have on the agenda today on the John Master Show, we'll be reasoning with Dave Murphy, who will be joining us very shortly, and who is a health man. He does the urine therapy. If you go on, it's got a lot of stuff talking about they call it urine therapy, and he's got a lot of stuff online. If you type in his name, D Murphy 25, he talks about everything about the straw man. He talks about everything about the money, the monetary system. Talk about words, the words we use. Talk about history. Talks about health. He's got something. He's well known, so he'll be joining us very shortly. I don't know if Dave, you spoke to him last week. Was you fascinated by what he was saying last week?
Yeah, I got some questions to ask him as well, because there's a lot of controversy about what he was saying. So I was going to give him some feedback. So what we got, from the feedback from last week's show. So it will be interesting to hear what the man himself has got to say. Yeah, cool.
Right, fantastic. So we'll be hearing from Dave very shortly. So James, how you been, man?
Yes, we've been just busy, putting some things down, planting some seeds, foundations down for big things hopefully this year. The Saturday school's really coming on strong. We're getting the numbers in more every week, are turning up.
Okay.
And
fantastic.
more importantly, the children seem to be really benefiting. Even the parents have commented on the effects that the Saturday schools had on the children that's been coming down. I'm doing like art, learning through art, where I'm learning using art to teach the youngsters how to look at things through different perspectives. Firstly, because the way that you look at things is the information that you get. So if you're taught to look at things only one way, then you're not going to get balanced information. And most times we're told what to look at, and we're told what information to take in. So through art, I'm showing the younger ones that things can be looked at in many different perspectives. And when you look at things in different perspectives, it also creates your awareness and also stimulates your consciousness. So you have the
Okay.
power to stimulate your consciousness just by the way that you look at certain things. Yeah.
Absolutely. So it's all about raising your awareness, raising your consciousness, and that's the kind of works we're trying to do. Raise up people up
And
from the dead.
Yeah, we also have behavioral lessons as well. So they're also taught behavior, how to behave and how to assess their behavior. Also taught English and also history as well. And but the key element is building their confidence and giving them the power to like present and talk. And also I also deal with etymology as well. So it's all about raising their consciousness and allowing them to explore and experiment. If you're interested in sending your child, or even if you're a teacher or would like to contribute, you can contact me, Jammers, on 07931 417 553. Once again, 07931 417 553. And that's if you like your child to attend the Saturday school, which is the ages are from 5 till 15.
15. Also, let people know about the wind rush. The wind rush is
Yeah. Also, just it's nine. The lessons are from now that from 10:15 through to 1:30. So that's 10:15 through to 1:30. That's every Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah, at the African Cultural Centre at 9 Clarendon Road, Turnpike Lane. And also, big event. Make sure you reach down Uptown Cuisine. I'm going to be giving you the full information shortly, but there's a event celebrating Windrush. I do believe it's 70 years history, 70 years today that the first ships came over, and there's a big celebration taking place right now as I speak in North London, so I'll be giving you the full information on that. Yeah.
Absolutely. When I do find information that I've read that last week, James, we need to go down the restaurant there. I literally passed the other day. I said, I'm sure I was supposed to read out this information on the restaurant there. The Olive Branch down Lordship Lane. I was literally walking down that side there, and I literally bumped into there. What they're doing, that is 403. I'm trying to find information as well. Lordship Lane, and I think the time is from 12 to 2. If you go between those times, 12 to 2, if you buy a meal, you get one free. I repeat myself: if you buy a meal, you get one free, and repeat the same process again between 5 and 8. See, so if you buy a meal, you get one free. I think the meal's about £6 or £7, something like that. See, but it's a nice space down there. I'm trying to find the telephone number because they do get a few people passing through there, so it's best if you book and the offers. The deal ends at the 23rd of this month here. So once I find the details, I will give you a telephone number so you can ring and support. But it's a nice space though. Must be nice, really clean, and I really do like the people down. Yes, go to Jammers.
Yeah, and also just to once again to remind you that today is the day of celebration. The 100% Spa Show presents the 70th anniversary of Windrush. 70 days today, Thursday the 21st of June. Also, I believe it's the longest day of the year, and today is the longest day of the year, and it's celebrating the spirit of Windrush, celebrating a journey, commemorating achievement, culture and legacy. And that's a free event. Make sure you get down there. I've passed through just before I came here, and it is really mind-blowing what they've put together, showing all of the images all the way from through 70 years of London history is been packed into this event. It's taking place from 7:30 till 10:30, and it's absolutely free. It's a story in pictures, so there's a lot of old items that you can see that you can remember from the 70s and 80s, and that is taking place at Uptown Cuisine restaurant. That's 20A West Green Road, London, N15 5NN. Once again, Uptown Cuisine 20A West Green Road, London N15 5NN, and it's an absolutely free event taking place right now. They've also it's having actually the 70 years of Windrush. They're celebrating. It's a 3-day event commemorating achievement, culture, and legacy. Today's event, as I said, is at Uptown Cuisine. They're all at Uptown Cuisine. Tomorrow they've got another exclusive expression of dance, music, fashion, and cuisine, remembering our trends, and that's from 9 p.m. till late. Tickets are £5. That's Friday, so it's Shabin style with fashion, dance, music, and that's from 9 p.m. till late. And then Saturday they've got a showcase of achievement and performance, and that's from 8 till 11 p.m. Tickets for that one are £10. For further information, it's 07931 320 697. Once again, 07931 320 697 or 07438 776 105. Once again, 07438 776 105. Nearest tube station is Seven Sisters Road. 3-day event, 70 days of Windrush.
Okay, fantastic stuff. So again, you're logging to the big one, Jam Master Show, and as I said, that we're gonna have some serious information is going to be shared with you. See, so we'll be having Dave Murphy be joining us very shortly. So
we're gonna play a short track, and then we'll be back after the break.
Lord have mercy.
You're in tune to DJ Jammers on Blessradio.
Lord have mercy.
You're listening to the Jam Masters Show on Blessfm with DJ Jammers.
Jam Masters, sin. And you know, say John would say, sound boy, you have a bite the dust tonight. Pull it!
Lord have mercy. People on fire, we got Babylon and the free talk could have never get me down. And though they try to use me and abuse me, I leave them with the frown. Me burn a fire, we got Babylon and the free talk could have never get me down. And though they try to use me and abuse me, I leave them with the frown. The work goes by so long on them plantation, and me never get paid. Go they stole away, how many life them slay. Now them work just slap them in them face. Why are yes, you are your crook and go to well. Cause after we know under your colonial spell, and all those false doctrine that you compel. Hey, and all those books you stole away, all those kids you led astray. Wait on your judgment day. Bobby wrong, we burn a fire pan a week and Babylon and the free talk could have never get me down. And though they try to use me and abuse me, I leave them with the frown. We burn a fire pan a week and Babylon and the free talk could have never get me down. And though they try to use me and abuse me, I leave them with the frown. See ya, get to youth me, I beg you be wise. Cause pirates and we strike by night. I want come trick you with them black and white. Hold on, hey. But be careful what you sign. Cause some things get you victimized, and it will get you paranoid. So burn them out. Fire burn a week at Babylon and the free talk could have never get me down. And though they try to use me and abuse me, I leave them with the frown. We burn a fire burn a week at Babylon and the free talk could have never get me down. And though they try to use me and abuse me, I leave them with the frown. Whoa.
Hello. Yeah, loud and clear. Greetings, everyone. How are you?
Oh, fantastic. Just let people know we do have Sister Julia. I did try, so we try my best to get to join us on the call here. I know that she's been going through some serious challenges, and it'd be wise for us to get to up to date what's happening, and also to let know about the educational program. I spoke about that a little bit earlier on. We should be speaking on the 15th of July, talking about the whole thing about education at the St. Anne's Library. But Juliet, we don't have much time to really play with, because I know you're going through some serious challenges. Give us up to speed what's happening, yeah, in terms of what's happening with you now.
Yeah, I mean, for anyone who doesn't know, last week Friday, my son had his last day at school, almost like his graduation, and they have like a traditional shirt signing, and where students sign each other's shirt as a keepsake, as a farewell, as a memoir of their years at school together. And my son had his signed, but he made his way home, went through all the way through school, came home, and then he had the shirt on, and I looked at the shirt, and I saw lovely farewell, messages on the front. And then as I looked at the back, I noticed some really, really offensive words on the back. The first one I noticed was the N word, which was written under his collar and underlined. And I noticed the word COON. And so I was really offended, very upset. And asked him to take off the shirt. He was upset, we were all upset. And then I basically changed into the shirt. Adrian called the school. And then I went down there to meet with the headmaster. He, to be fair, was quite receptive and apologetic, and that they have had that stance.
Hello, Juliet?
Yeah, so
yeah.
That's where we're at with that. There's a current investigation going on. It's just been allocated to a new officer, a local officer, who's starting to do investigations now. I literally just off the phone to her a few minutes ago. We've had a lot of I'd say media exposure with regard to this story, and I'm glad, because it really does expose racism. We've been in several newspapers. We've been on Sky News Sunrise on Saturday. I was on there. I was also on ITV this morning. I was on Sky with Gillian Joseph and Stephen Dixon. And on ITV this morning with Holly Willoughby and Philip Schofield yesterday. And also did BBC News as well. Not television, just radio.
Right.
And online news. And then we the story has been spread around all over the world now. It's been on Fox News. It was in the Sun newspaper yesterday. Page 17 in the Sun newspaper. The Mirror newspaper. The Daily Mail newspaper. The Independent newspaper. The Voice newspaper. And on the front page of our local Clacton Gazette newspaper. Brenton Gazette newspaper. Chelmsford newspaper. And, there was a lot of support, especially with SWNS, Hattie Bishop, and also Yasmin. And just recently, also Spirit Level Alan's been helping. So what we've done is, we've just launched a campaign. We haven't been on TV with it yet, but it's called Love T-shirt. And what we decided to do is to quickly launch. This is the first time I'm actually speaking about it on the media. So you've got an exclusive here today. Hello?
Hello, we can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, so what I want you all to do is to agree to help me with this campaign. Hello?
Hello, we can hear you.
It's really simple. It doesn't require any money. I said I want you to agree to help me. I'm waiting for you to say yes.
Of course we're helping you. That's why we're giving you the time,
Thank you, Jammers, my darling. Right. What I want you to do is to get a T-shirt, an old white T-shirt or a new white T-shirt, whatever you want, and I want you to write a really positive slogan on it. This is to help my son to heal. Yeah. And write on it a positive, something positive, especially on the back of the T-shirt. Yeah. And the front of the T-shirt. And then right on the back and on the front, like hashtag eradicate racism. Right? Because I wanna take the negative energy out of this N-word on the T-shirt, and I want us all to write positive statements. So what you can do is, if you can each write a message on each other's T-shirts, yeah, and just put eradicate racism, and then take a picture of it,
right,
and then post it on social media everywhere and email it to us as well.
Right. Okay.
So I want everybody, having T-shirts with like positive slogans on it that you can use to eradicate racism. So it might be, share positive knowledge, understand past history. It could be anything that you think would help to eradicate racism. But a love message, something positive, a few words. And then just put eradicate racism, hashtag eradicate racism, and then take a photograph with your phone and then just send it to us, that info at Working Action Group. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use all the photographs, I'm going to create a mural, and then I'm going to put it on, have it embossed on a school shirt, and then I'm going to give it to my son.
What can you give us the address where to email it to again, clearly? So
yeah, info at workingactiongroup.org. So that's info at WORKING
yes
ACTIONGROUP.org. So workingactiongroup.org. There's going to be a website coming up. In fact, I was just writing your name on it at Blessradio. I was saying a thank you to you. And so it will be eradicateracism.co.uk. So it's eradicate racism, all one word, .co.uk.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, we'll spread the word as well.
So, Juliet, I know that it's been rough times, and I know you're a very solid individual. I want to ride on still, because the whole thing with the educational program, what I know you're very much on top of, right?
Exactly. That is the key to eradicating racism, is education.
Right.
Us learning about how we have, and other people learning about us, and stopping the stereotypes and the negative images that they have of us.
Right. So why is it, very quickly, why is it important for us to get involved in the educational program? Because, yeah.
Well, I want everybody, I mean, whoever's listening today, right, if you know someone or you yourself could, go into university and help you get a better knowledge basis, life chances, employment chances, income chances, knowledge that no one can take from you. If you want the opportunity to change your life, improve your life, do something different, or even just increase upon the qualifications that you already existingly have, or if you've got no qualifications whatsoever and you always wanted to study, now is the chance. We are having an intake for September, and it's important that you please get involved and come on board. So we have a really wide variety of subjects, from like business and human resource management, business and law. These are things that we need to build up the infrastructure of our community. Had I have not studied marketing and understood media, I probably wouldn't have been able to support my son and put this out into the public. I wouldn't have been able to communicate it in the way in which I have been able to. I wouldn't have been able to go onto all of those television shows. Okay. Yeah, so that's the kind of, guidance that these studies give you. Law and accounting, international business management, the list goes on. Plus, we have a higher certificate in skills. That's if you don't have any qualifications whatsoever. That course prepares you to go to university. Also, we do HNCs, network engineering and telecoms, health and social care management, hospitality, travel and tourism. We do events management. We also do top-ups, and we also have a master's program with an MBA, Masters of Business Administration, Masters of International Business Studies, Management and Project Management, Masters of Health and Social Care. The list goes on.
Okay.
Basically, I want everybody to get the opportunity so we can help the next generation coming up, so we can create opportunities. Right? My son's into like music and media. I'll be in a position to make sure he's got a great studio and he can do what he loves doing. And set him up in business, because I studied business, so I understand it. Yeah.
Okay then.
So that's what it's about.
Okay, well, Juliet, give thanks, because it's very.
We're having appointments Monday, Friday, and Saturdays. You know, just come in, make an appointment through Sir Dougie. Yeah, please, everybody, call Sir Dougie. Sir Dougie, give out your number at least 10 times, so everybody can catch it. Yeah, and please make an appointment. I will be in the office again next week. I haven't been in this week, obviously, because it's been incredibly busy for me, and I'm still doing interviews. I've got most of the BBC up and down the country this weekend. So, yeah, I've got a lot of interviews I'm still doing, and it's important that we highlight racism, right? So help me with the eradication of racism program as well. The website will be going live soon. I'm just literally uploading the pictures and just doing the thank yous. And I have got Blessradio on there as a thank you as well.
Okay.
So you'll see yourselves on the website. So do go on there and have a look. Okay. And the website, once again, is eradicateраcism.co.uk.
Okay then. Sister Juliet, give thanks again for your contribution, yeah?
Yeah, I'd like to thank this community for all the support and all the messages, texts, emails, everything that we've been getting to our family. And, you know, thank you to all of Blessfm, Jammers, everybody, yourself, Sir Dougie, for allowing us to come onto the show. Well, allow me and Adrian to be here on the show.
Okay then, give thanks.
Yeah,
all right, take
all
care.
the success in you know, your fight as well. And you've, as I said, once again, you've got the full support of Blessradio and me, myself, and Dougie, you know. So
write Blessradio on the t-shirt, eradicate racism, hashtag eradicate racism, and your words, yeah, and on the front and back of the t-shirt. And please send me a picture of you wearing it, and I'm going to put it on the gallery on the website.
Okay, thank you, Juliet.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Right, so we just
have a good one. Bye.
So thank you, Juliet. We're just going to have a short break, and then we'll be back after the break with a very special guest.
Okay.
Say month by month, I say my pay
Lunch pre-launch outing in the park at White Hart Lane Recreation Ground, Sunday the 8th of July 2018 from 12 midday to 6 p.m. Connecting families and residents and the community, supporting core stability. Bring your food and join in our family fun day out with treasure hunt, general knowledge, quiz games, picnics and more. Your park is your community centre, connecting groups from all walks of life, encouraging health, leisure, recreation, conversation. Take pride in your park, working together to build a better community. Volunteer to help on the day or participate by bringing your food, socialising and joining in the fun. For further information, contact Active Futures. Ring Anne on 07984 984 861. Brother Dougie on 07882 403 871 or Jammers on 07931 417 553. Supporting core stability.
Find your voice in association with the Family Support Group. Present the truth about prostate cancer, diabetes and education. 1 in 4 black men will develop prostate cancer. 1 in 2 black African and Caribbean people will develop diabetes. Also, we'll be looking at the importance and the future of education. This event is not to be missed. The venue, St. Anne's Library, which is on Sisbury Road, Tottenham, London, N15 5PU. Date, Sunday, 15th of July. Time, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. This is a free event. For more information, contact Brother Dougie on 0788-240-3871. I repeat, 0788-240-3871.
Welcome back, and we've got exclusive guests here. If you'd like to join in the discussion, very controversial last week, we had a lot of interest. The number to call is 079 444 31366. Once again, 079 444 3166. Dougie?
Yes, as Jammer said, we do have a special guest. I'm a bit upset because we should have a special carpet for him, red carpet, because this brother is phenomenal. And what I mean phenomenal, that all you do is go up online and see the kind of works he's doing. See? And I've had the pleasure to, have some conversation, right? And when I first met him, the man gave me clarity. We had a brief conversation over the phone, and we was quite clear. There was some clarity over that. We met first time this week here, and again some clarity. But I'm so impressed the kind of stuff he's doing. See? And again, we have to big up Sister Liz, because she's the one who kind of introduced me to this brother here. So she, we can't leave her out at all, and we give thanks to her, and everything for a reason. So what's going to take place, this brother's going to reason with us, right? We don't want nobody phoning right now. He's going to reason with us, because we'll be talking about health. We're going to touch the whole thing about money, the straw man, and we're going to reason for a bit, and then we're going to encourage people to phone in and ask a specific question based on what's being said, But first of all, Dave, how are you feeling? That's the first thing.
I'm feeling really good.
Yeah.
Hi there.
Well, Dave, again, we don't have time to really talk about your business, because you've done tremendous thing about the place. I'm saying to people, go up online, even the speaker right now, go up online on YouTube and type in D Murphy 25. A lot of things will come up, But I'm just gonna go straight to the cheers, in terms of last week we were talking about health and talking about urine therapy, and so it'd be quite wise. And also we've got Jammers inside us who'll be asking some. Jammers took some notes last week. I don't know, like it's writing a book on you, It'd be wise just to give a little background, how you got involved in the whole thing about urine therapy, right? And talk about health in general, because also let people know that Dave was speaking on the 15th of July at St. Anne's Library. I also got Liz inside the who's as well. She probably give some testimonials. But yeah, the whole thing about health and urine therapy. Just give a little background how you got involved in that.
Right. Well, I was. Well, I think it was 2010. I was in a very bad way, actually. I was nearly 20 stone. I was chronically asthmatic. I had back problems where I couldn't stand up straight for very long periods. I had very, very high blood pressure into the stroke territory, apparently. My lungs were the lungs of a 70-year-old. I had, I don't know, you guys can see this in the studio, but I had an Achilles tendon operation. I got a fairly large scar on the back of my ankle, where I ended up with nerve damage on one side of my foot and pain all the way up the back of my leg. So I couldn't really walk very well. So I tried everything that the medical establishment could throw at me, and nothing was working. Nothing was making me feel any better. So I started looking for alternatives. I tried various things, and nothing seemed to do anything constructive until I walked into a talk at a festival, and this woman was talking about urinotherapy. Her name was Sylvia Chandler.
Yeah, she's quite popular on YouTube, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes, she is. And yeah, so I started. She started talking about it, and we went from, arms folded, going, yeah, drinking your wee, okay, and to, sitting there with our mouths open, going, we're going to have to try this. So all five of my, me and my friends, we all started the next day. And
so I just want to so what was it about that, what she said, that it made you just jump from not wanting to do it to actually wanting to try it?
Well, it was just literally all the things she was saying. For me particularly, she had a friend of hers there who was giving his testimony about how he conquered asthma through urine therapy. And since I was an asthmatic, that really interested me. Now, this guy was, you could see he was fit, healthy, he was breathing nice and easily without, and normally I can look at somebody and tell if they've got asthma because of the way they're breathing, and there's always a rattle at in their chest, but he seemed absolutely normal, and that impressed me. So yeah, I had to start the next day.
Okay then, fantastic. And then, in the course of you taking the urine, right? How soon? I think you said it was straight after you got the you felt more healthy. So, am I right saying it was straight after you took it? You felt healthy?
Yeah, the very first drink of urine I took, immediately, and might be a bit distasteful, but immediately I had a massive bowel movement, and that's the first time I realised I was constipated. I didn't know that, and then 10 minutes later I had this amazing feeling of well-being, this like rush of energy, and this great feeling of whoa, and yeah, I spent the day flying that day, and I thought, this is great. But after a while that kind of settles down, you kind of get used to it, but yeah, there is a kind, not negative aspect to it, but it feels negative if you're unaware of it. Yeah, you get what's known as a healing crisis. So as toxins start coming out of your body, then you start getting symptoms. Yeah, it's just a byproduct of the toxins coming out of you. Yeah, and they usually come out through the path of least resistance. So any illness that you've been suffering before, or any kind of weakness you have, that's the route they'll take out of you. So you'll have some kind of symptoms like spots or bad breath or weakness, tiredness. You might even throw up. You might any whichever way they find to come out of you, they'll cause symptoms. But all you have to do in that case is realise that's what they are. Continue on, grit your teeth, push your way through it. Only lasts from 3 days to a week.
Okay then. I just want to ask a question. I know Jam's probably want to bounce and ask. The question, a very important question, is this, right? That and you explained to us last week in terms of the process. It goes through the liver,
Okay.
right, and it basically takes out all the toxin, all the poison at the liver, and then it stores in the bladder, and obviously what's in the bladder now, what you urinate, that's where all the proteins, all the power is in that, yeah.
Yep.
Just break that down to us again, please, because, and the reason why you got to break it down is because last week somebody phoned in, and it wasn't too friendly, I would say, to be honest with you, and again because he didn't listen, or not listen, he must have listened after you brought that down first time, and he come and say, well, how can we have this be happening and having this and common sense and blah 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 and all that stuff there.
Right.
But just break those things down first.
Okay. So what happens is the blood goes to your liver. Your liver is designed to, well, part of its job is to remove all the toxins, all the viruses, pathogens, anything that shouldn't be in your bloodstream. Yeah, the liver will take out and dispose of, through your excrement, through your waste. The purified blood from the liver, yeah, so now the blood's nice and purified, then goes to your kidneys. Your kidneys are there to keep your blood in balance. Okay, so for instance, having too much water absorbed into your bloodstream will make your blood less efficient. Yeah, it's too watery. Too much water. So the excess water is taken out by your kidneys, so that your blood remains in perfect balance, perfect working order. The same goes for vitamins, minerals, enzymes, hormones, you name it, all the good things in your blood. If your blood happens to have too much of it, it's just as bad as having not enough. So the excess is removed and stored in the bladder. Now there's a clue right there. For those people who think your urine is your waste, yeah, a clue right there is that your body stores it. Yeah, it can store it for a long, long period of time. Yeah, a lot of people have gone without going to the toilet for a long time. It's because your body is storing that urine, and it's reabsorbing it as and when it needs it.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Okay, so
it goes into to restore it back. So in case your body's lacking certain things, you go back into it, yeah?
Right, so your blood is made perfectly balanced, and all the excess is stored. But things change on a moment-to-moment basis. So all of a sudden you might find, I need more hormones. Hang on a second, I've got a store of it here. Rather than going through the energy-intensive process of manufacturing more, well, it's got some stored, so it will reabsorb it.
Okay.
Yeah? So that's why some people have this experience where you're dying to go to the loo, you get distracted, and then an hour later you don't need to go to the loo anymore. Well, that's because when you were distracted, your body's reabsorbed some of the urine and taken the pressure off the bladder. So the only reason people urinate is because when that storehouse, when that storage facility gets too full, the only thing the body can do, because it's still producing excess, it's still taking the excess out, the only thing it can do is dump it overboard. It has to. It's like reluctantly dumping it overboard. And when you realise how valuable this stuff, it's liquid gold, this stuff, yeah? When you realise how valuable it is, you will resent weighing it down the loo. Literally, you will resent doing that because it's so valuable. Yeah, not only for you, but you can use it on your plants. I'm literally doing a project at the moment, a food growing project, and we're growing this food without pesticides or fertilizers. The only fertilizer we're using is urine and fish waste, but urine mostly. We're collecting urine and using it as fertilizer. It's amazing as fertilizer.
Okay then.
I just like to, is there certain instances where you shouldn't be doing, like taking your urine, like, well, sorry, before I get to that point, say if your like liver or kidney's not working properly, how would you know in that instance whether you're actually taking toxins in your urine? Is there any tests or anything?
Well, the only time really, there's two instances where you shouldn't really really be drinking your urine. If your kidneys are failing and you're passing blood in your urine, well, that means your kidneys aren't working very well. So the best thing to do in that case is drink somebody else's. Close relative, either a father or a mother or son or whatever. A close relative of the same sex is preferable. Different sex isn't much of a problem unless you do it for long term, because if I was to drink say my sister's urine for a long time, I might start growing breasts or something like that. So but it's just the hormone balance is different. The other instance where it's not advisable is under certain circumstances when you're taking certain pharmaceutical drugs, because certain drugs mimic natural chemicals. The artificial ones are dangerous, but they mimic natural ones, so they get past the liver. The liver thinks it's they're natural and lets them through, and sometimes then you can overdose on the pharmaceutical. So part of the process when I get people to do this is to wean them off their pharmaceuticals so that that doesn't happen.
Is there any tests that you do, like
for
the urine or something?
For
to check it.
No, because you know what, 99.99% of the time, right, your urine can never harm you. Yeah, it's only and it's fairly obvious if there's blood in your urine, well, there's something wrong with your kidneys. Your kidneys aren't doing their job. So, but apart from the pharmaceutical issue, all other times your urine can never harm you.
What about the woman's cycle then? How does that work with the urine?
Well, every month it comes. Sorry.
Yeah.
Does it
affect the urine?
It doesn't affect the urine. I'm on a group on Facebook, and something like 30,000 people all over the world are doing this, and that's one of the common questions amongst the women. Can you still do urine therapy while on your period? The consensus, I obviously I don't know very much about that. I don't claim to know anything, but the consensus among the women is yes, it's fine. Obviously the blood and the urine come out from different places. So, yeah.
This is another thing. Is there anything like like religious or practices that say anything about this?
Actually, in Proverbs 5:15, it says, "Drink from your own cistern, flowing waters from your own well." Okay, that's in the Wisdom of Solomon. That's one of the wisest people who ever lived. That's one of his wise sayings. Now, if you think about it, wells don't flow. Water does not flow from a well. You take it from, bring it up from a well.
And now I have a question. Is there any evidence in any ancient cultures or any cultures that have done this in the past?
Yes, this is one of the oldest practices ever. It's something like 6,000 years old. The Hindus have been doing it forever. Chinese have been doing it forever.
What the Hindus and the Chinese been doing it forever? What is drinking the urine? And
yes, it's
okay.
This is old knowledge.
Okay. Then.
If you ask your parents or grandparents, did you ever do anything with urine? They might think for a minute and then say, "Oh yeah, well, if you had acne, you'd have to wash your face with it, or if you have a stomach ache, you have to drink your urine," or they'll tell you.
But the interesting thing is that I was reading with a sister today about this. Was it today or might have been yesterday? Yesterday, because I was talking about her and how fascinated I was about you, and she was saying that her mother, let me get this right. In Jamaica, her uncle or elder was talking about that when someone is sick or they got pain in their leg, they wash their feet with urine. Right? And I said to that, I never heard anybody talk about that. well, probably did, but I never took notice. And she goes, listen, man, yes. Right? And it kind of ties to what Liz was saying, that, I mean, that where she's from in Nigeria, certain elders just wash themselves with urine, etc. See? So, now you're saying it's an Asian thing. It's quite interesting, you know.
So, do you know any? Can you name any of the cultures that done it? So people, if they want to research.
Yeah. I said the Hindu culture. They call it Shivambu.
Shivambu, yeah.
Yeah.
Shivambu.
And I think that stands for Waters of Shiva.
Mm-hmm.
And the Chinese culture, I can't remember what that's called, but it's an old knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
That's been forgotten, you know, and actually in this country it's been deliberately buried because up until 1940, doctors, dentists, and the opticians used to prescribe urine therapy, and the World Health Organization basically banned them from prescribing it because that's when the pharmaceuticals were really coming in.
Oh, okay then. Mm-hmm. All right then. We do have sister here, and I know she testimony viciously about it works and so forth. And we have a few that some inside there. So. Yes, my sister. Welcome again to the Bless Radio.
Welcome everyone. My name is Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm a bit tired. Yeah, about urine. Yeah, I'm so glad I met David. Yeah, somebody introduced me to it about 2 months ago. Mm-hmm. And I've been taking it since then. It wasn't easy. It took me about 2 days or 3 days to really stomach to take it, you know. Mm-hmm. But since I started taking it, I haven't looked back. And my son is taking it as well. Mm-hmm. One of my sons.
All of us are taking it, yeah?
Yeah.
In what way you haven't looked back? What has it done for you?
If I could take the whole thing, the whole day, I will, because it give me energy, and it does so many things. Now, today I was actually feeling, I don't know, I was feeling pain because I didn't sleep. I was so busy, I didn't sleep. So when I didn't sleep, I always feel like something in my eye, twinkling in my eye. Then I quickly drink the urine, instantly stop. And I start feeling pain in my hands or something, you know, like because of lack of sleep. And I took my urine, it stopped. I said, oh, this is like, to me it's like, I don't know if it's a God, I don't know what it is, who is really fantastic, you know, since I've been taking it anyway, so. And my son is enjoying it too, and I have a group of the guy that introduced me to urine called Gita. He himself, if you go on his, he keeps sending us something on WhatsApp. You look into this one, and people that have been trying it, he introduced to it, they've been ringing him and giving him testimony, what they've been doing. There's a woman, he said, he was really ill. He managed to take it, and she said the first time she went somewhere when she took it, and she kept going to the toilet. You know.
She took it, yeah?
Yeah, she said if she knows she's gonna be going to the toilet, that she wouldn't have taken it. So she said she's going out again, like in 2 days. She won't take it when she's going out. So, but to me, in the morning, if you take the first one in the morning, you will actually purge you out, cleans you out. Then after a while, you still go back in the toilet again. Sorry, it's nice to say in toilet. But after that, even if you take it, you wouldn't need to go to toilet. It's like you have a mind of his own.
So when you take it, you're saying that you regularly go to the bathroom?
Yeah, toilet. It cleans you.
So it just cleans you?
Yeah. You know, it thoroughly cleans you out. If you manage to take the morning or the mornings one, you will see, even if you don't go out too far, you have to stay at home, or you stay where, like if you're going to like a park, if I'm taking my dog for a while, I make sure I don't go far, because he must start
happens,
then he needs to go immediately. Do you understand? I don't know if you noticed that, David.
I do have to say that that only happens if you need that to happen. If your body needs that to happen. Yeah, if urine is a diuretic, that means it will make you want to go to, to pass water again. But if you really need to do that, then that's what will happen. Just like, I was constipated, I really need to go, so it made it happen. That's what it does.
Right, we're just a bit short. If anybody wants some more information, how can they get hold of you in relation to this?
Yeah, well, I've got a website. It's www.allegedlydave.com. My YouTube channel is dmurphy25, or you can just send me an email, dave@allegedlydave.com. Yeah, and it's got all my contact details there, including my phone if somebody needs to phone me.
Right, thanks for that information. We've got a lot more in store, so stay tuned. We're going to touch on some other subjects with our esteemed guests after the break.
Me them question for.
I just wanted to know.
It's Thursday.
Oh.
And you know what I go on Thursday?
No, tell me, mate.
It's the Jam Master Show.
Alright.
On Blessradio.
Nice one.
Things sweet like Jamaican mango. Put a G on a O, that spells go.
Love it, mate.
Remember to turn on your radio and switch on your stereo.
Alright, I'm doing that now.
Oh. DJ Jammers, I play right now.
Cheers.
Jammers on Blessradio, UK's #1 station for great music. Don't touch that dial.
Yeah, we're back on again with our esteemed guest. Can you introduce yourself again for anybody who's just joined us?
Hi there, I'm Dave. I'm also known as Allegedly Dave on the web. So yeah.
And where can they get you on YouTube?
Yeah, my YouTube channel is dmurphy25, and
right.
my website is www.allegedlydave.com.
Right, and we're going to keep the phone lines closed for the next 20 minutes or so. I do believe Dougie's continuing this show afterwards, so you're going to have plenty of time to question our guests. Now we're going to move on to the next topic, what he would like to go into. And the topic is, what would you like to put forward to the listeners today?
Right, well, it's really about who we really are.
Right.
I've got a video on YouTube called Black Man, Do You Know Who You Are?
Right. And what's your take on who we really are?
Well, I'll step back a second and preface it by saying that I've been researching it now for about 4 years, more like 5 years now. And it started because I, for the first time, after 40 years of being an atheist, decided to actually read the Bible.
Right.
And realised that, well, the Old Testament is a real book of history, law, and guidance, written
right.
for or by a particular people for a particular people, and that people will probably surprise you. It turns out that that the so-called Negroes, the black people, and not all black people are Negroes. Not all black people are of the same nation. Turns out that we do actually have a history. We were told that we don't have much of a history before the 1600s, but it turns out our history is world history. Our history is the history of the people who are detailed in the Old Testament. So we are actually the Israelites of the Bible.
Right. And so this, as I said, you looked into the Bible and who does it? Who are we then?
We are the Israelites. The stories in the Old Testament are about our ancestors, and basically the people of this country, the so-called Afro-Caribbeans. Well, they call us Afro-Caribbeans, but the most of us didn't go anywhere near Africa. Yeah, I traced how the people left that area that they call the Middle East, and they called themselves the Iba. Yeah, that comes from one of their forefathers called Iba, from where the word Hebrew comes from. Mm-hmm. So the Iba moved across southern Europe, and there was a custom in those days to name a place after the people who lived there.
Right.
So the Iba ended up in a place called the Iberian Peninsula, which is Spain and Portugal.
Right.
Okay. From there, they got chased out by the red-headed giants, and they founded another country, which they also named after themselves, Hibernia, which is Ireland. A few others moved on from there to found another country, and the only name that survives is Hebrides. So they founded Scotland as well. So the Irish and the Scottish were originally black people.
Right.
Now, that might sound a bit strange to a lot of people, but if you consider it, there's an affinity between black people and Irish people. The Irish were always considered the black people of Europe. Yeah, you have this phrase called the Black Irish. Okay, it sounds all circumstantial, but when you start looking into the history, there was a guy called Joseph R. Williams, and he spent time in Africa amongst the native Africans, and then he went to live in Jamaica, and he was shocked to find that there were significant differences between the Africans he met and the Jamaicans, and he was particularly intrigued by the fact that these Jamaicans had pure Irish names. So, just to find out, he went and looked at the land registry records to see where these slaves got their names from. He couldn't find any of these Irish names amongst the landowners, so they didn't get their names through slavery. So he went back to the records held by Oliver Cromwell when he deported the Irish to the West Indies and found the names there. So these black people came over with their original names. Now I've been just sort of checking that, just checking to make sure that's a real thing, and I found some books from the 1700s. One was called The Secret Services of John Mackey. Now, John Mackey was a spy for the German bloodline that took over the throne after King James and his sons his second son Charles II was dethroned. So John Mackey was a spy for those guys. So he went round the whole of the nobility, sort of creating biographies, just so everybody knew who everyone was. So you can look through his book, and he'll describe people like the Duke of Northumberland, a tall black man, you know, Charles Lennox, Duke of whatever, you know, a tall black man like his father, King Charles II. It will tell you that these were black people.
Could you give us the name of the author again?
It's the Secret Services of John Mackey.
Right.
You can find it on. Actually, it's on my website. I've got a PDF version of it.
Right. And you're saying about, is it Cromwell?
Oliver Cromwell.
What's his link with Jamaica?
Well, I'll step back. As soon as Charles II, the last of the Stuart line, the Black Kings, was deposed. A Germanic Ashkenazi bloodline took the throne in the form of William of Orange.
So sorry, they took the throne from
Charles II, who was a black king.
So Charles II was a black king.
Yeah, his nickname growing up was called the Black Boy.
And Charles II, was he the King of England? Was he
King of England, Scotland, Ireland, Wales, and France? Actually,
right.
It was King James of the King James Bible who unified the tribes of Israel in the United Kingdom. That's why it's called the United Kingdom. The Union Jack is the reunification of Jacob. That's what it means. Yeah, that's why the stone of Jacob, the stone of Scone, the stone of destiny is under, there's a replica.
What is Jacob? What does Jacob stand for then?
Jacob is from the Bible in Genesis. It talks about Jacob, the son of Isaac, the son of Abraham. He was the father of the 12 tribes of Israel. Yeah, and he's fighting his brother Esau, and that fight is still going on today. So Jacob and the 12 tribes of Israel basically were replanted in the New Jerusalem, which was this country. Yeah, which was predominantly a black country. I have a book.
This country you're talking about?
Yes, it was called Britannia.
You hear about the Black Britannia?
Britannia is a Hebrew word,
okay,
and it means man of the or Britannia is land of the covenant. British means man of the covenant.
Mm-hmm. But the reason why I'm pointing this out because I remember many years ago. I read a book called Black Britannia by something Scobie, and he talked about there were black people. I can't remember what year it was, but mostly in Scotland. There's a lot of black people in Scotland. So, yeah, I've never heard of Scobie. Is it named Scobie? Something Scobie. Talk about black people presence, in the UK.
Well, you know what? They're actually coming out with the truth. They're doing damage control at the moment. Yeah, I don't know if you caught the Cheddar Man. Just recently, they discovered bones, and they made a cast of the face, and it's a black man. They had to divert or deflect it a bit by giving him straight hair and blue eyes. That's rubbish. It was a black man. And if you actually look through newspaper articles over the last 100 years, you'll find lots more black people found. They're always trying to spin it as if it's, this is an isolated, this must have been a slave of the Romans or something. No, they're finding black people all throughout this country in antiquity.
Yeah, I just want to say, how do you relate the word British to black? How do you get that definition?
British to black. Well, as I said, the word British means man of the covenant, and that's the covenant between Abraham and the Most High. And in Genesis, it actually says, "You will be the father of a great nation." There's only one country ever in the history of the world that has had the appellation great. The prefix great. Great Britain. Great land of the covenant. That's what it means. And the Israelites were black people. That's where it comes from.
So what about the Chaldeans then?
The Chaldeans?
Yeah. So basically, they three they lived with the Hebrews and passed down some of it.
Chaldeans.
Yeah, Chaldeans,
Okay.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. What about?
How do they relate to the Hebrews?
Well,
they was also black as well. You see.
Yes, as I said, there were after the flood, there were three sources of humanity, the three sons of Noah, Ham, Shem, and Japheth. So the Chaldeans were actually Hamites. They come from the Babylonians essentially. So history is, you say they predated. Well, yeah, you can actually follow how these civilizations came up just by reading the Old Testament. Yeah, the Chaldeans is where Abraham was lived before he actually went to Egypt, I believe. So yes, yes, they did predate as a civilization and stuff, but the main crux of the story in the Bible is when the children of Israel, children of Jacob, took the stage basically.
See in ancient Kemet as well. In ancient Kemet, they've got histories of how people lived and practices as well. So how does that relate to what's in the Bible? Because there's differences and there's similarities.
Okay, Kemet.
Sorry, in relation to who we are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. There are a lot of people trying to make us out to be from Kemet. Yeah, and saying that we are the Egyptians. No, we're not. Okay, the Egyptians are native Africans. Right. They were when Noah basically gave out the land to his sons. Yeah, Ham was given Egypt, North Africa, and his sons, inherited parts of Africa. Ham, well, that's where Chem, and Chem is actually Chem, yeah, from Ham, yeah, that's where it comes from. So there were Hamites. We come from Shem. We are the Shemites, yeah. Just
so not the Hamites.
Not Hamites.
Because the Jewish Babylonians were saying that the Hamites had the swollen lips and that stimulate that they came from us. That they were cursed.
That's what they like to say, yes.
Yeah. So, but they related the Hamites to being.
It's the Hamites who are cursed. We're not Hamites. We're Shemites. Yeah. Right. Those Jewish people who are claiming to be us at the moment. Yeah. Well, look very carefully at them. Yeah. They call themselves Jews, not Judites or Judeans. Yeah. They call themselves Israelis, not Israelites. They call themselves Semites, not Shemites. Yeah, they're just using word magic, so you think that they're the right people. They're not the right people. Yeah, I don't like quoting the New Testament because I think that's a whole false document. But it does say, I know thy works and thy poverty, for thou art rich, but you are those who call themselves Jews but are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
So why did they hijack? Why did they hijack and take on the names?
Well, what happened to us basically was that we were cursed. We were cursed because we entered a blood covenant with the Most High.
Could you go over that again? How do you mean we was cursed? What do you mean by that?
Right. I'm getting to that. We entered a blood covenant with the Most High that we would be His ambassadors on earth. Yeah. But we had to follow His commandments. Okay.
Sorry, I just want to clear up. What's a blood covenant?
Right. It was like an agreement. Yeah. We made an agreement with the Most High that we would, follow His commandments and be His ambassadors on earth. Okay. But we had to follow His commandments. We had to do as He asked us. But we didn't. And in Deuteronomy 28, it tells you at the beginning, This is if you abide by the covenant, you will be blessed in all these ways. But if you don't, it tells you you are going to go into slavery and affliction. And in Genesis it says, then this is the big event of the Old Testament. The main event of the Old Testament was the final slavery, because we went into slavery 6 times, okay, and the 7th and final bout of slavery was going to be the longest and most cruel and hardest bondage that anybody would have to face. Okay, describes it in detail, and it says we would go into slavery and affliction for 400 years. Okay, Deuteronomy 28 tells you exactly what that affliction would look like. It said your children will be taken away from you. You'll have a wife and somebody else will lie with her. You'll build a house and somebody else will live in it. And you will be cursed from sun up to sundown. You'll wish for death. Everything that happened to the slaves in America, the slaves that were taken from England, Ireland and Scotland and transported to the West Indies, what happened to the slaves that were left in West Africa, this worldwide event where this one people were subjected to these curses matches those people exactly. Say those people, it matched us perfectly.
So just back a bit. So you say we broke the covenant.
Yep.
How did we break it?
By following after other people's gods. And the very first commandment is, thou shalt not have any other gods but me. Or before me. Sorry.
The next thing, because they've got like the negative commandments as well, from Kemet, the 42 negative
You're
commandments,
talking,
which is supposedly where the 10 commandments have come from.
Right. Here's where I've done my research here. Okay, the very first language of mankind is Paleo-Hebrew. That's our language.
Paleo-Hebrew.
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 Yes. Okay. Got nothing to do with this so-called modern Hebrew. Yeah, that language is Yiddish. Yeah, it's Yiddish with Aramaic characters.
But what was the first language called though? Because that's a European term.
Well, we don't know what it would be called in their language. We just know what we call it. Okay, we know what the characters are, what they mean, and it's a picture language. Okay, every letter is a picture of something.
So isn't that the Medinetia?
No.
It's not the Medinetia?
No. Let me finish where I'm going here. Okay.
Yeah.
So I know that that this is the first language, the very first language, because when you look at how the language is split off from that area.
So I just got to go back. So you say Paleo-Hebrew.
Paleo-Hebrew.
Pictogram.
They're little pictographs.
Pictographs, yeah. Pictographs, yeah. Yeah. It is the original language.
It's the original language of mankind, and I'll tell you why. And
you're going to tell me why? Yeah. Okay.
Because you can see the progression away from that area where it was being used, because every language west of Jerusalem, that area, becomes reads left to right, whereas Paleo-Hebrew reads right to left. Okay, so this way, west goes left to right and becomes symbolic. The letters don't mean anything; they're just shapes. Okay. Every language east, again, reads right to left and still retains the pictographical. So you can see where it spread out. And when you look west, you'll see that, the letter A is a picture of an ox head. So the long face, tapering face with the 2 horns and 2 ears coming out the middle, so if you turn that around on its side, you get the Greek letter alpha. You turn it one quarter turn again, you get the letter A.
Right.
Okay, so you can see the progression that way. And you can also, if you study, you can see the progression into Sanskrit, into Arabic, into hieroglyphics. Yeah? and into Chinese, into Japanese.
But you see the hieroglyphs now, they've got different symbols for, like the letter A is a vulture, the letter B is a foot, the letter C.
But then you see the similarities. You've only got 22 characters in Paleo-Hebrew, but you can see the similarities in the 22 characters replicated in the hieroglyphics, plus new ones that they've added on.
So, the vulture and the ox, like the chicken and the egg, what comes first? The vulture or
I'm
the ox?
telling you, the ox came first. The Paleo-Hebrew came first.
Right.
And here's, we're going into the language bit here, but and this is my research at the moment.
Right.
Would you believe that babies come into this world speaking Paleo-Hebrew? Okay, Paleo-Hebrew doesn't have any vowels. It has one R sound that is tacked on the end of every consonant. So it sounds like Abba, La, Ka, Ra, Pa. Yeah? What does that sound like to you? Habala. That's baby babble. Yeah? What babies say, talk. Every baby, no matter what culture they come from, there's two words that they learn to speak. They don't learn to speak, they just know how to say. Two words. What do you think? Yeah. Okay. The Paleo-Hebrew word for father is Abba. Yeah, every language, yeah, there's a derivative of Abba as father, yeah, Papa, Dada, yeah. The Paleo-Hebrew for mother is Amma, okay. So again, every language has a derivative of Mama, yeah, as mother, right. There was an experiment in the 1500s where a Scottish king decided to find out if people could just naturally knew how to speak a language. So what he did was he marooned a deaf and dumb woman on an island with two newborn babies, left them on this island for years, came back after 15 years to see if these two boys who were raised in silence could speak a language, and apparently these two boys could speak perfect Hebrew. So now it makes sense. If you look at any other animal in this world, they know how to speak their own language. You know, kittens know how to meow, you know, puppies know how to bark. Yeah. Why is it that we apparently don't know how to communicate with anybody else when we get here? Doesn't make sense. But it does make sense that we have a natural language, and Paleo-Hebrew is our natural language. Now, can I give you do an experiment to show you how Paleo-Hebrew differs from English?
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Okay, this is an audience participation here because you're going to have to answer a question. I'm going to describe a film in English to you, and I want you to guess what film is. Okay. So, a man on the autistic spectrum recounts his life to strangers. What's the film?
Oh, I'm not very good at films, to tell the truth.
Okay, have a guess. Have a guess.
Was it the maths? The one about the maths?
A Beautiful Mind. Is that the one?
Yeah.
The guy who's really, really good at maths, yeah?
That was it.
Okay, that's good a guess. You got any guess there? Okay. So, right, now what I'm going to do is tell you the film. This might not work because you might not have seen the film already.
Yeah, I know.
But
yeah.
I'm going to tell you it in Paleo-Hebrew. Now, Paleo-Hebrew, as I said, is a language of pictures. So I'm going to give you a set of emojis, yeah, emoticons, whatever you want to call them. Right. So, man running, yeah, 3 trees, box of chocolates, a shrimp, and a boat. What's the film? There's probably people listening going, I know it is.
People who listen, because I'm telling you, I don't really get to watch.
Forrest Gump, you said it,
Yeah,
right?
Okay.
Right, so when I was speaking in English, what happened was you were listening to the sounds I was making, you were finding in your mind, in your left brain, you were searching for the words and the meanings, yeah? And then you were looking down a list of films and trying to match up the words and the meanings with a list of films you've seen, okay? A purely left brain process. Right. So when I started going through the pictures, right? Have you seen Forrest Gump, by the way?
Little bits of it.
Okay, so that's why it was lost on you, because you... Right, so when I go through the pictures, all of a sudden, you know, you'll see a couple of pictures, and all of a sudden you'll know what the film is. Yeah, you'll see it. You'll see the film. It comes from the heart. Yeah, it doesn't come from a process in the mind. Yeah. Now, every, you know, the set of pictures, I could have put them in any order. I didn't have to spell it. Yeah. I could put those pictures in any order. It would still mean Forrest Gump. Yeah. That set of pictures can only mean Forrest Gump. Yeah, it can't mean Beautiful Mind. It can't mean Rain Man. It can't mean, you know, any other film that might sound the same. It's precise. It can only mean one thing, and that was the language that the Old Testament was originally written in.
Right.
So there's no allegory. There's no metaphor. Every word means what it means, and that's it.
Right, I'm gonna have to cut short, but we definitely, me and you, are gonna have a talk. On the language, you know, because I've got a different perspective to it, but it was going to be interesting if we put our. So I'm going to invite you back here when you're free again to have a discussion on language.
Sure.
But it's been fantastic. I wish I could stay longer, but I've got to shoot off. So Dougie, you're going to be continuing and still keep listening in. I think you're going to be getting a chance to ask the great man himself. But it's been a pleasure to have you in your company. You've got my mind working. Because I do words as well, I do a lot of etymology as well. So we're going to get back. We're going to get back.
Sure, but the one thing I wanted to stress about this is that we're not who we think we are. Yeah, that we are a special people. Yeah, that this, and as amazing this might sound, this whole society has been structured around us to actually keep us in the place that we are at the moment.
Right. That sounds, that's excellent. So Dougie, you're going to continue that?
Yeah.
Well, definitely we're going to have to get you back on this show. It ain't finished yet. Well, I hope you enjoyed it so far. And I'm sorry I have to leave Dougie over to you to continue. Yeah, fantastic.
Okay then. So we're going to continue the reasoning, because we do have a special guest inside the house. Also, we have Sister Liz inside the house as well. And James has to rush off. He has to go to work, you know what I mean? Yeah, to earn his bread, you know. And Jim's a hard-working individual, so he has to go to work right now. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna continue the reasoning, because after this, we want to touch a little bit about the straw man. Cause I know that again, he's done a lot of work in that particular area. So just lock in again to Blessradio.
Thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 'Cause I'm so grateful. So grateful. Oh, grateful. I'm so grateful. So I want to say thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful. you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day, this healing, this healing, this healing day, this healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. I wanna say thank you. Thank you. I wanna say thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I wanna say thank you. I wanna say thank you. 'Cause I'm so grateful. So grateful. So grateful. So grateful. So grateful. So grateful. I'm so grateful. So grateful. I wanna say thank you. Wanna say thank you. Just thank you. Thank you. I wanna say thank you. Wanna say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 'Cause I'm so grateful. Yeah. I'm so grateful. Grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I wanna just say thank you now. Just thank you now. 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 Each and every day I'm gonna say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are and all you do is a blessing to the world. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are and all you do is a blessing to the world. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and who we are and all we do is a blessing to the world. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and who we are and all we do is a blessing to the world. the world. I'm a blessing to